Is life lived by my own rules? My life, my rules? Breaking free from tradition? What's Acharya Prashant doing right now? Well, he's demonstrating something for his young, youthful audience. And it's very interesting to see that, yes, it's important to have rebellion within you, that wildness intact. But it's really important to have a cause for your rebellion. They say a rebel with a cause. But you have to understand intrinsically why you're rebelling, why you're boycotting society. And is there a middle way to that fine balance between being a part of tradition and culture and carving your own path? This is Acharya Prashant. Welcome to my reaction series. I'm Cody. Let's have a listen.
Good evening, sir. My name is Yashashvi Divedi. I'm currently pursuing chemical engineering. My question is, till what level it's fair to say it's my life, my rules, and not going by social and generational norms to meet family's expectations?
You can say that till the final level. You can say that even in an absolute sense, provided it's you who is authentically saying that. Often the rebellion we raise against the society is itself a social thing. Often the rebellion we pose to a society is itself very social and has social objectives. It's like this. Oh, this is the society. This is the society, right? The 100 odd of you, you are the society, and I am the rebel. I am the great rebel. So I rebel against you and I say, you know, all of you have been stupid. From Newton till Einstein, all of you have been stupid. You know nothing. From Socrates till Sartre, all of you have been stupid. You know nothing. And I am the only original one. I am the only genuine one. I am the young rebel. And so I declare that I am not one of you, and I am a renegade, and I move over to this side here. I am not one of you. And what do I do here? No, not just hide. I have one eye on. It's a common phenomena, you know this.
I like seeing AP playful. It's really cool to see him playful and just. This is great. I love when people just can be playful in serious conversations, and that's something I'm trying. I have a really, in life, playful energy, and I want to bring it a little bit more out in these videos as well. So I'm trying.
Right? We all do this. I'm not one of you. I'm boycotting you.
One eye out.
What am I doing? I'm seeing who is impressed. I'm seeing who is impressed. And if someone is impressed, I would probably, just furtively beckon from here. Oh, that one is impressed. Come, join my kingdom. It's not that I'm rebelling against the society. I'm so much a fan of the society actually that I want to create one more society with myself at the center, with me as the king. Have you not seen this happen? It's called the corner rebel. He rebels, he goes into a corner and sets up his shop there.
Corner rebel.
And then he can attract a few people there and the corner shop. From there came the word corner. In all these shops, don't you find corner written? It's because corner shops work a lot. Stationery corner, whatever. Authentic rebellion can happen only when, first of all, you know two things. One, what are you rebelling against and who is the one rebelling? We know neither of these. Then what is this rebellion? It's a sham. It's not a rebellion against the society. It's very much a social phenomena. It is within the society. The one who disparages society the most becomes socially popular. Does that happen or not? The angry young man used to say, two hoots to this world. तुम्हारी ये तुम ही संभालो ये दुनिया. And then he finds that the world is carrying him on its shoulders. He looked like a world renouncer. And suddenly, he is a favorite of the world. My life, my rules. Whose life, whose rules? Even this phrase, my life, my rules, is not coming from your own life. Even this rule, that if it's my life, it has to be my rules. Even this rule is not your own. So you are being ruled by someone else when you say my rules. Even in saying my rules, it is somebody else's rules that you are following, no? Did you coin this phrase, my life, my rules? So you're still a slave. A slave by another name. A slave by another name. There are slaves who say, my life, somebody else's rules. And there are slaves who say, my life, my rules. They are both equal slaves because neither of them has any originality.
Originality. What a beautiful word. Let's pause here for just a second. Your original nature is unique. It's very palpable. It's very juicy and it's very alive. I don't know why, but so many of us get removed from that, I think, as children. All that zest and zeal that we have, our parents say, shut up, behave, don't do that, be quiet, behave, be mannerly, be this. And it just kind of beats that spirit out of us. And I think originality is the key ingredient to a quality life. And it's not just to be weirdly original and eccentric for validation, to be different. That's not being authentic. You're doing that as a scam, as a show, as a corner magician trying to pretend you're something that you're not. It's an act. True originality is effortless. It's doing the things that you're afraid that you're going to be judged on, that you just intrinsically love to do or are. That's originality. Is this safety in being your absolute self. This carefree nature that dwells within you, that isn't afraid. Those are your rules to live authentically towards that type of life pursuit. That original nature that's so palpable, has so much fragrance and big aura.
Immature rebellion takes you nowhere. Those of you who are fond of rebelling must pay heed. Rebel against yourself first.
Boom. It's a beautiful phrase. A beautiful phrase. Rebel against the programming and the conditioning that has been placed upon you. Get back to that original vitality, that original energy source. Your creativity is so diminished. Most of our creativity is so diminished because we're so trapped in these versions of ourselves that are so fragmented that we can't behave organically and naturally. We're always filtering things through unconscious programs that don't allow us to be authentically ourselves. Oof, heavy stuff, right?
Before you rebel against others, rebel against yourself. The others are not so much outside. The others are all inside of you. Your very sense of self is founded on others.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to rebel against others, rebel simply against yourself.
I always say, if you want to change the world, you have to change yourself. If you want to make the world a better place, don't go around thinking that the world's a terrible place. Fix the terribleness within you, and then you'll see the beauty in the world. It doesn't mean that the world's perfect, but you just don't see it the same way. You've transcended the darkness within the world. You've overcome it. You've superseded it. And you're a beacon of light, hope, optimism, faith, and capability, and power. And power. And that light does so much for your neighbors, for your community, for those that come into contact with you. They feel your essence, and it can actually redefine them. They say that some great spiritual masters, and I'm sure this is very popular in certain mystic cultures, that just in the presence of somebody, people feel healed. They feel more alive. They feel free and liberated from the shackles that bog them down. They don't even know how to describe it. That's original nature. That's the power of the human spirit, unburdened by copycatting. Originality is key.
The usual framework is I versus
You.
the others. No. The real thing is that this I is a function of others. The others do not stand outside of you. The others all are seated inside of you. If you want to rebel against others, rebel against yourself.
Boom.
It's not about my life, my rules. It's about asking, is my life mine at all?
Wow.
What is life itself? How do I define life? Do I know what is I, me, life? What are these words? Just yesterday I said, fooled by familiarity. We are so familiar with these words that we think that we know what they mean. But familiarity does not necessarily imply understanding. You are familiar with the word life, education, money, career, love. We are very familiar. We use these words 40 times a day. So we are extremely familiarized. But we don't know what they mean. Try to see that you do not know what they mean. I'm not asking you to learn their real meaning. Nope. I'm asking you to first of all clearly, honestly acknowledge that you do not know what is meant even by these basic words, the building blocks of existing itself. Around 15 years back, when I used to actively teach, this was one of my favorite exercises. I would ask my students to write down the 15 words they most commonly, most frequently use in their everyday conversations. And they would write down these words. Then I would say, now honestly check whether you know what these words mean and how horrible it is that it's not unknown words we do not know of. It's the very known words that we know nothing of. If you do not know the unknown, that's all right. The unknown is the unknown. It's not supposed to be already known. But what if something is being used, practiced 50 times a day and is still unknown? Is that not horrible? Yeah, that's our life. But that can be very smoothly taken care of, especially when you are young, especially when you have time. I wish when I was your age, somebody came to me in a meeting like this and addressed me this way. Yours is the stage.
You know, I think he's referring to tough teachers, teachers that are not easy on us. These are actually the best teachers we can come by. I was blessed to grow up in a really small town of 1,000 people. And I had a high school football and basketball coach. He actually coached all three sports for a really long time. By the time I got to high school, he was coaching for like 47 years. And he was just doing football and basketball. But this town was so small, and he was relentlessly, I wouldn't say cruel, but he yelled at me constantly. And I didn't understand why he kept calling me out more than anybody else. And finally, one day, the assistant coach comes to me and he goes, Cody, do you know the reason Coach Davis is so hard on you? I'm like, because he doesn't like me. He goes, no, he sees so much in you. I was a young man who didn't see much in myself. And so no matter how rude and mean and cruel it felt in the moment, this man was helping me overcome my weakness. This is why I love masculinity. It doesn't baby people. It doesn't let people get away because their feelings are hurt. I am so grateful for tough men that molded me and made me overcome my weaknesses by not caving to my feelings all the time and thinking I hit my limit when I wasn't even close. This is what I want to provide, is I want to be the Coach Davis on YouTube, to just not allow us to stop to being so weak and to get the job done. He was harsh, but I am so grateful he was.
When you are just, course is the addressed me this way in a meeting like this, and
He wishes he had a coach like that at 15, who just grabbed him by the ear and set him straight. This is why I think the role of the father is so important, and how, especially in my culture, we're losing that. We're losing the nuclear family. And a strong, powerful presence of a man I never had. I had stepfather after stepfather come in and out of my life. And it's really important for a child to have a father, because it beats the weakness out of us. And I just think we need more men and coaches like that, who just tell us how it is, to stop babying us. We're all adults. And even if you're a young youth watching this, we need tough coaches. So if you find someone who is actually a little aggressive, trying to make you better, he's a little harsh, trying to make you better, don't give that man up because he cares. He cares deeply, or he wouldn't put in the effort to try to make you. Do you know how hard it is to help people change? It's difficult because people don't want to do the work. But when you find someone who is willing to even help you and pull for you and help you rise above your weakness, don't give in. Endure it. The reason I was half the athlete that I was because of that coach. I would have never reached my potential without him. I have a lot of empathy and compassion, but when I coach people, I sometimes have to get in there and be rude and be blunt and be forward. That's just a part of my personality, because I'm I'm tired of people copying out of what they need to do. And Acharya understands the great value of a hard teacher.
Addressed me this way. Yours is the stage when you are just opening up to life. This is when you should and you can be the most vigilant, the most outgoing, risk-taking, adventurous, and
Youth,
honest.
baby. Youth, baby, youth.
No? Yes. They are constantly reminding me to not to come to the edge. It's interfering with the recording or the audio, it seems. So I'm being told to come here. This is where the limelight is. You know why I'm coming to this place? Typically, I don't stand and talk. Mostly it's in a seating posture these days. But when it comes to interacting with students, I prefer to stand. This is how it used to be for several years, from 2006 till around 2011, 12. So I want to be close when it comes to students. That's why I'm standing right at the edge. They're telling me to retreat. Not only here. If this proceeds for long enough, I'll jump over. Which actually used to happen. If you dig out the old videos, that's what you'll find there. Go there and then not only be here, they're into. Yeah, anyway.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Acharya, for your wisdom, the information, encouraging the youth, being a great beacon of maturity and transparency, and helping mold young men and women. It's absolutely beautiful. I commend you, sir, for all that you do, and to bring your teachings to YouTube to share with the world. I hope to continue acknowledging your teachings and giving clarity to my audience and learn in the process and grow as a man as well. Because deep down, I want to do exactly what you're doing. I just want to give value. And I love moving people. And I'm just beginning. But I hope in 10 years, I'm on a stage delivering a great message, standing at the edge of the stage, because you know that that's where you want to be, because it's where you gravitate towards, because you're trying to connect with your audience, and it's beautiful. And they need to move the limelight a little forward. Acharya, help you out a little bit. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking me out. I appreciate it. Like I said, this is my reaction series. I'm Cody. Please give a like. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you maybe found of value in this video. And I always get a little emotional when I watch AP. He tends to bring it out of me. It's beautiful. He's got a great energy to him. And it's no wonder he's so popular in India. Thank you so much, my friends. I will catch you on the next reaction series. Take care for now, and bye-bye.